Weaning is the introduction of solid foods in the baby's diet. Weaning practices vary throughout the world. According to WHO, there is no need to introduce solid foods to a baby's diet until 6 months. And by then, the child's digestive system and her fine motor skills have developed enough to allow her to feed. Signs that the baby is ready for the introduction of solid foods include sitting with support, being able to hold his head, still seeming hungry after a good milk feed, demanding more frequent feeds, and a previously settled baby waking in the night again for a feed. If the baby is unable to pick up and grasp the food, it is believed that the baby will also be unable to cope with chewing and swallowing it. It is also particularly important that the baby is sitting up straight and well supported during meal times and never left unattended while self-feeding. Before starting weaning, you have to invest in two important things. Number one is baby's utensils. You have to buy colorful plates and cups for your baby. Here are some examples. This is a cup with measurements written on it from 1 ounce to 8 ounce. It would be easy to measure the food. When you are starting weaning, you need to be very careful that how much you need to feed a baby, because he has to transit from completely liquid to a little semi-solid and then solid foods. These are some other cups, orange, yellow and blue, easy to store with lids on. This is a Newbie brand. This is a very practical choice, colorful and attractive. This is another a cartoon character cup and plate. You can give finger foods in it. It's very easily available in the market. Depends on your choice, whatever you want to buy. This is a plate with little edges on the side. It helps, it's easy to eat food in such plates. In cups option, there are plenty of options available in the market. Tommy Tippy is a popular brand. This cup is I think 6 month plus, and it is a little hard to open, so it's a really good option, and its spout can be folded in and out, so it's really hard for a baby to open it up. This is another standard cup. This cup has measurements written on it, so it's easy to measure up for how much liquid or milk you're giving in it. It has a rubber ring inside it, so it gives a really tight grip to a cup. It's really hard for a baby to open it up. In non-spill cups, this is a really good option. It has a spout cover also, and it comes with a clip. If you put this clip on and then give liquids in this cup, it will help prevent liquid coming out of the cup. Ta-da! No spilling. Baby has to make an effort to drink water or liquid from it. This is another standard cup to drink water, which ultimately kids have to shift on. In spoons option, this is a spoon with a longer handle. It's very good when you start weaning. It comes with a longer handle, so it's easy to feed your kid. Spoons and forks for babies should be rounded to prevent accidents, so you have to invest in some good spoons. This is a very good traveling cup. You can it comes with a lid also. You can put anything inside it and it won't come out. See, so this is a very good choice when you're traveling or you are giving a baby a food. So no matter what he do, this food won't come out, and this is a very good cup. This is a really good investment, and it's easily available online or maybe in the stores, but you have to buy this. I would definitely recommend this one. Last but not least, a bib. This is a rubber bib. A Tommy Tippy bib comes with 3 adjustable holes. You can adjust the size according to your baby's neck size. It has a pocket to catch the food, which doesn't go in the baby's mouth because babies spill more food than they eat. Easily foldable and can be stored. You can wash it off easily and it will dry like in seconds, as it is made of rubber, and it is a really good investment. And the second thing you have to invest on is a really good high chair. This is the high chair I bought for my second baby. This is a really good investment. It's stable, has a kind of a lid on it which can completely come out. Once baby is done, you can wash it off easily and you can put it back. when it's dry. Its table can completely come out and baby can easily sit on the chair, and you can easily attach it to your dining table. It has a seat belt on for the safety purpose and a footrest to make baby comfortable sitting on it. Its seat can be adjusted in two positions, a little straighter one or a little reclined. You can easily wipe it off because hygiene is very important thing, especially for the kids. You have to keep their things, utensils, high chair, whatever their things are, you have to need to maintain the hygiene. A very important thing is you need to put your high chair next to your dining table, and you have to make a family meal time a happy meal time. You need to teach your baby to eat in a family environment. That's how he'll learn how he has to behave when we are eating, what are the meal times, what are the snack times. Eating is a social activity as well as a biological necessity. So, if meal times are relaxed, then feeding problems can often be avoided. Meals should be taken together at a table rather than in front of the television or feeding child alone. It is better for the child's social development and to learn mealtime behavior. The baby learns most effectively by watching and imitating others. There are many weaning foods advised and available. Parents usually face confusing variety of packets, jars and cans of commercial baby foods and bombarded with advertising. Many parents find that they have relied on these products and then have difficulty persuading their baby to accept any family food. Commercial baby foods have their use as a convenience only when the family is traveling or eating a meal unsuitable for the baby. Only then the commercial baby foods are a safe option. Many commercial baby foods are high in sugars. The ideal advice would be to give home cooked food to the baby. You can start with 2 teaspoons of pureed vegetables, pureed fruits, rice, lentil, and pureed soft fruits. It is to be given initially twice a day, then thrice a day, and then quantities increased gradually. You have to give the baby 2 teaspoons of any food once you start introducing the foods, and then you gradually increase the quantity. Introduce one food at a time. Feed one food for 4 to 5 days before adding new food in the diet of the baby, in order to check that a certain food doesn't cause any problem to a child. Once the baby is settled to a new food, then you can add another option in his diet. Breast or formula milk should be given as the main milk feed for the first year of life. As weaning progresses, you can add water and well diluted fruit juices, only homemade fruit juices, in a trainer beaker. Always encourage your baby to drink his liquids in a beaker or a trainer cup once he is 6 months old. Do not give your child fizzy drinks, squash, and flavored milks, as they all contain significant amounts of sugar, so they should not be encouraged. Giving these drinks in a feeding bottle increases the contact with the teeth and therefore the risk of dental decay. In addition, large quantities of these drinks can suppress small appetites. Always introduce bland foods first, like vegetables. You can give pureed vegetables mixed with breast milk or formula milk to your child. Then you can add fruits in his diet. A runny puree of baby rice mixed with breast or formula milk can also be given to the baby. Initially, the baby will appear to drink from the spoon, and as much as is spat out as is swallowed. Gradually, the baby develops the neuromuscular skill of moving the bolus of food to the back of the mouth and swallowing. At this point, the purees can be made thicker. The number of servings should be gradually built up to 3 meals a day and 3 snacks a day, and the milk intake should stay roughly the same as before. You can give any seasonal vegetables and fruits to the baby. You have to peel them, boil them, and puree them and feed it to your baby on a normal room temperature. Salt should not be added to baby's food. as the immature kidneys cannot excrete it. It is also not advisable to add sugar to sweeten the foods, since this may encourage a sweet tooth in babies, and then babies often start to refuse other foods. Honey should also not be given to babies under the age of 1 year due to the risk of infant botulism. Wheat based foods like pasta, bread, and wheat cereals should not be introduced until the age of 6 months. Since it is impossible to identify in advance those babies who may have developed celiac disease. Once your baby is 6 months old, you can add variety of cereals such as rice, wheat, oats in your baby's diet, but remember introducing one food at a time. At the age of 9 months, the weaning process should become much simpler with the baby taking more family foods. The texture of the food should be coarsened gradually to become more mashed or minced rather than pureed. This encourages a chewing action essential for later speech development. Finger foods such as strips of bread or breadsticks, peeled apple, or banana chunks can be given at this age. Between the age of 9 to 12 months, a baby should be eating 3 meals of family foods, 2 healthy snacks such as fruit, and approximately 600 ml of breast or formula milk. The baby's diet should include 3 to 4 servings of starchy foods, fruits and vegetables, and 1 to 2 servings of protein foods such as meat and meat alternatives. After the first birthday, full-fat cow's milk can be offered. As a rule, after 1 year, child should be offered family diet. Since infants have a small stomach capacity and a large energy requirements, the foods they are offered should be full fat and dense in calories. Biscuits and cakes should be given only occasionally since they are of limited nutritional value and encourage a sweet tooth. Babies do not know that sweets and chocolates exist unless adults give sweets to them, so it is wise to avoid them in early infancy. Children will become aware of their existence once they begin to socialize at playgroup or nursery, by which time they should not have developed a sweet tooth and are unlikely to ruin their diet or their teeth by eating too many. Rusks are popular first foods for parents to offer their babies, but caution should be exercised in their use as they contain sugar in them. Iron stores with which the baby is born start depleting after 6 months, so iron containing foods should be added in a baby's diet, such as breakfast cereal in the morning, meat or fish with the main meal would provide adequate iron. Good sources of iron include red meat, poultry, oily fish, dark green leafy vegetables, bread, pulses, and fruits like apricots, figs, and prunes. If they are served with foods containing vitamin C, then the absorption of iron is increased. And tea and coffee inhibit the absorption of iron, so they should not be given to young children. Vitamin D supplements should be given to the babies from very beginning. Vitamin D deficiency is very common and it can cause rickets in young children. Whole nuts should never be given to the children under 5 years because of the hazard of choking. You can give ground or flaked nuts instead, but only under your supervision. You can introduce egg in your baby's diet once he is 1 year old. That's the best and safest time to introduce the egg. But remember, it should be well cooked.